Early September of 2010, two anxious and nervous Year 3s started their long and eventful journey as choristers in the Portsmouth Cathedral Choir. Small, out of place and worried, Ben and George ventured on into the unprecedented vastness of the cathedral, seeking guidance and familiarity from older brothers. Mastermind, megalomaniac, supreme leader, some might say. Omnipotent God are the words I think he likes to use. Dr. P we're talking about here. Under Dr. P's control, we listened to the seniors and our fellow choristers. We took note and tried replicating the sound. The result, probably an out-of-tune cacophony of sound, the type that drives Dr. P mad. But all the time we were learning, and we still are now. Looking up, quite literally, to the older boys, we felt daunted and small. I still do sometimes. All the time. Not before long, we had our first proper choir tour, going to Berlin, where we had many fun and bizarre memories, including one chorister who decided to get in the shower with all of his clothes on. Another collection of gappies arrived, and as always, what happens with new gappies? Wrong notes, new names, but mostly fun times. We all share lasting memories of gappies like Mr. Trent, a gappy who managed to be late for rehearsal every time with the same excuse later to be fired. Then, at the beginning of Year 5, Seb makes an entrance, straight out of France, with a legacy to be made. From the Royal Albert Hall to Cologne Cathedral to a quirky cathedral in Berlin to the Menin Gate to a ski slope in Alpe d'Huez, singing experiences are something that will stay with us forever. From where we started as probationers, we became pro-choristers, choristers, senior choristers, and then to deputy and head choristers, where we are now. All along the way, we learned music, we sung solos, we started gaining responsibility, and mostly we had fun doing it. Throughout our progression through choir, we have learned more about ourselves and proven ourselves through services and concerts alike. In 2014, we joined senior school, a big jump for us. More was expected of us, and likewise at choir. We were now having to look after the young ones and were becoming the older boys. Whilst we sang at all these amazing places, the choir managed to gain some media attention. We recorded numerous times with the BBC Radio 3 and 4. We also made it onto the BBC One in the Royal Legion Festival of Remembrance, where we sung With the Poppies Falling Down on Us. Then, at the beginning of this year, George moved up to join Ben as head choristers, and Seb became deputy head chorister. But then, as always, as we move up, some had to move on. We had to say goodbye to old choristers and friends. Our year went from 8 all the way down to 3 over the course of a few years. But the choir is a never-ending cycle. As children go through, they gain experiences that they would get nowhere else, and those experiences and memories are what we think are most important. We are just at the end of this cycle.